Hey guys, welcome back to the What's Up Eddie channel, Divine Therapy Sessions, and of course, I'm the one and only Eddie. So glad to have you guys back, and these are my Divine Therapy Sessions. And today, we're gonna talk about, all right, so I haven't talked about this not too much, or not into detail, but this is more for like the people that like, okay, so when there's a spiritual awakening that happens, a lot of the times, you start to realize that there's more to the universe and that there's more to the reason why we're here on planet Earth, right? And a lot of the times, these people get looked at as like, they get categorized as like woo-woo. A lot of the times back in the day when like the hippie era, they started adopting these spiritual principles is why they were actually far advanced, man. These tree huggers, as they said back in the day, right? With long hair. Of course, they were, I think, too immersed into the drug culture, but I do believe that they were actually moving humanity forward, believe it or not. And you got to think about it too, is they went against the mold, right? The mold of make sure you cut your hair, make sure you, like you dress a certain way, right? But like, think about it like this, you guys. When you're following the curve, or like not the curve, but let's just say you're following suit of like everybody else, right? It's kind of like a continuation of my last video, but it just came to me right now. It's like everyone's a zombie doing the same thing, and like we all get comfortable with that, and it's crazy, right? And I am just telling you that like there's a whole world out there, and I know there's people that are out there that just don't talk about this stuff. So I do know like there's people like trying to open up their third eye, and kudos. I'm glad for you guys. Like, advance yourself, right? Like, because the human experience is actually could be a lot more than what you think it is. Look, man, if anyone asked me 16 months ago that I would be doing what I'm doing right now, I would not believe you. And I didn't believe in the things that I'm even teaching you right now. And that was such a short amount of time. If you really think about it, right? A year and so many months. I can tell you that my life has changed. The year of 2020, woo, was crazy, man. It was like God put me in a timeout, and I needed that timeout, and I got better, and I was forced to look at things, but I couldn't imagine where it was going to head. And that's why I say there's so much hope. Like, this is more of like you guys, man, like we got superpowers, yo. Like, and I haven't talked about this because I am just coming to terms with it, right? Like being like more public about it. But I believe that it's going to be something that I talk about in detail. Like, I'll be teaching people because I'm pretty far advanced and I just started this. And like I'm talking to others and they're like, wait, what? Like, bro, you got a gifts. Like, so, all right, guys, check this out. So there are multiple talents, powers, gifts, whatever you want to call it, when you start awakening. And I do believe that there are like psychic powers, whether that be telepathy, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentient. There's some of the clairs. The crazy thing is like channeling, mediumship. Oh man, you guys, like being empathic is a superpower. Whether I know sometimes for a lot of us we don't believe that, but I'll tell you this, you guys, you're not alone. You're not crazy. This stuff is real. Don't let anyone ever steer you away from it. You are special, and you're meant to have those. That's God-given. And when you learn to use them, like, look at me, man. I don't go around sporting that I'm empathic. Like, that's a superpower, man. Walking around another person and I know exactly what they're going through, how they're feeling. I know enough to know, like, oh shoot, this person is struggling, or this person is, I can actually be around a person and be like, oh wow, they're on the same level as me. And that's when I start to talk to them too. And yeah, sure enough, right? So these specific gifts that God has given us, creator, Oh man, guys, it's mind blowing, and it's a little scary, to be honest. I didn't know what was happening to me, but like I would never thought I wouldn't even think to say this, you guys. It's like, it sounds so crazy coming out of my mouth, but like I'm 100% sure that I'm a medium, and like it's tough because I don't have anyone right now to walk me through it, but like it's I feel like it's a huge responsibility, and it's like I feel like I'm coming out or something, right? Like, dang. And it's, what's interesting about it is like I didn't think that it was real. I didn't think any of this stuff was real, right? But I know that there's people out there like myself. You guys, it exists. You are not dreaming this up. This stuff is really happening. And you know, I feel like I had to say something, because like I know there's someone out there too that thinks the same way that I do. Is like, I don't want to tell anybody this. I'm talking to the dead. What is this, like what, I see dead people kind of thing, right? And so I know that there's someone out there too, right? And it's a little scary, you know. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, I had early this week I had a experience where like it happens the same way, where when I start feeling the presence of other beings, I guess you want to say, my stomach starts to get queasy. And it's different from, you know, it's different from actual, like I feel like more of like the stronger entities, like if you want to say like the divine, whether it be that like Archangel Michael, or you know, actual God, or you know, what the ascended masters. They're more of like the ones that just recently passed, or the ones that are past, right? Like our ancestors. And I do believe that these entities have been visiting me during the nighttime or during my sleep. And I at first I was like, oh man, I'm just a really vivid dreamer. But like this is happening during meditations, and I'm like, oh man, like and then like getting confirmation through like channelers, readers, stuff like that. And it's just, it's insane, right? Like, and the crazy part is like yeah, I'm gonna get to walk through this new gift, but I believe that these gifts get bestowed upon us, or ignited when we actually start activating our DNA. And what I mean by that is like there's different stages to the spiritual experience. And like, check this out, you guys. Like, there's some people out there that I know that like want these things that I talk about. But I'll tell you this, man, if you're not ready for it, like that's why they don't give it to you, or because you haven't done the work. And when I'm not trying to say like you're a bad person or anything like that, it's just given these opportunities, it's kind of dangerous. That's why I like kind of I pumped the brakes on like the whole magic side of this stuff, because I think that in the wrong hands, man, it could be really bad. And if you're not, it is like the movies where they're like, with great power comes great responsibility. I believe if you're not there, you're going to choose the wrong path, because most people with power who are not in a place where they need power, they're going to abuse it. I've seen it countless times. I've seen it, and it's not just like this. I'm talking about military. I've seen people abuse it. Like when you're a person who's not ready for a place of authority, and they given that, they abuse it. We can see that countless through our society, but that's why I pump the brakes on that stuff, because I don't want to be a person that teaches other people, because this stuff is being channeled. Like I'm getting information that like is far advanced. And you guys, my reading right now, like yeah, I read, right? But like it's minimal. This stuff is coming straight from source. And like I'm telling you, if I'm brave enough to say this, you guys, you should be brave enough too, right? Like if you resonate with this on some level, like, because I know how it feels to live two different lives, right? Like when you go from like the regular way of doing it and like fitting in, and then starting to talk about like this different stuff. That's why I made this whole channel, is because it scared me to say any of this stuff, because I was like, dude, people are gonna think I'm crazy. And then I realized, well, people think I'm crazy anyways, right? Like they've already thought that. And most of the time when people can't explain something, like most geniuses were called crazy before they were even called a genius, right? Whether you get that branded that, you're only a genius until like the magic begins to happen. But they were a genius the whole time. Is what I'm saying. Is we always call crazy or judgment. We use those specific words, and I just don't. They don't hold weight, right? But I know that there's someone out there that this resonates with. I wouldn't be saying this right now if someone out there needed to hear this. You are fine. You are perfect. You are God's perfect little soldier. Know that. You are a warrior of light. I'm not saying that you're going to go to battle, right? But you're here to bring light, to upraise humanity, raise the consciousness, because people aren't thinking about this stuff. I know that like it sounds far-fetched, and if you're not there yet, you're not there. Click off, right? But at the ones that are and you keep listening, just know that like keep doing the research, and however you are talking with your guidance from the above, just know that listen to the advice and follow that guidance all the way through. Man, you guys, so this experience, man, it scared the crap out of me, man. I was channeling, and then I had like the picture by picture of like this person telling me who they were, and I mean, I had the person on my right of me right now that I was you know talking with, and you know, she was pretty scared, and because like there was noises, that the lights dimmed in and out, and like it was like legit out of like a scary movie, or like one of those like cheesy channeler movies, you know, not channeler, but like mediumship. Like I was tripping out. I was like, dude, like I'm actually doing it. You know what I mean? And like, and I don't even know what I'm doing. It was just kind of like a natural thing, you know, but like I'm a believer, yo. Like this stuff is real, and like I think even me talking about it brings so much more like into it brings it into my reality, right? And if this is something that you are going through, or it's something that you think that you have, or that's something that you think that you want to do, I would give it a go. I would give it a go. I can't quite explain it, and I know that like once I get feedback, I know, you know, it's 12:12 on the clock right now, which is like huge. You know, angel number 1212. Check that out. Maybe something for you guys. It's something that I noticed right now, so it could be a message for you. Also, I'm just thinking like, you know, I know that like there's going to be feedback at some point. Like there's going to be someone who is a medium, and they're going to end up like hitting me up, or I'm not sure how this goes down, but like I'm not even sure how to go about this stuff. But I will say that like, you guys, this stuff is real, the real deal. Keep going. I think that's what this video was for, is just to keep telling you guys to keep going on your path. And it's not just about these powers. There's like so many different categories to this, right? Like you're gonna have to implement this into regular society, right? Like, and we already see it, man. We see this already, whether we got like tarot readers, psychics, mediums, empaths. People show this in different ways, right? Like a yoga instructor, or you know, a card reader, depending on what they are, right? Like this whole new metaphysical, you know, spiritual community is starting to expand, and you can see it. Like a lot of people are coming out, showing their business and stuff like that, and I think it's wonderful, man. Like that's already putting us in a different mindset, and that's gonna bring us to a different place. Because I'll say this, man, what are the odds that all of us have like a similar, like that's why I say there's a similar step system to this, right? And I think that like I love my channel. I love the way that I do things. I'm not like everybody else either. And I know that so that's what I'm saying. We all have, when we get awakened, we all have a step-by-step process that we take. But when we get into a point of like ascension, which I believe you're in your true power, that you've balanced all your chakras, you've cleared yourself, you've done the shadow work, and now you're in a place where you're diving into humanity, or whether that be, you know, Earth, or, you know, spreading your medicine. And not everyone's going to resonate with what you're saying and what you're doing, but the people that come to you, there will be a lot. Believe me when I say that. The promise is there for you. I'm promising you right now. I know this by heart, from my heart, that that you're going to have a specific community that's just for you, and to keep going, baby girl, baby boy, as I always say, that you are truly magnificent and that your medicine is needed. And we are all needed on planet Earth. That's why you came here, to get this done. And humanity needs you. And that's the problem, you guys. The problem is they're going to treat you crummy. They're going to act like you ain't worth SHIT. But it's because you have the light. And a lot of the times people see the light in you and they get jealous of it. Who cares? Implement the teachings of masters before you. There's a guy by the name of Jesus Christ. Whether you think he's a ascended master, the Son of God, which I believe both. He could have both titles. I don't think that he's one-dimensional. I think he's multi-dimensional. He has to be, right? His teaching is to be unconditional forgiveness and unconditional love, right? Love yourself like you love your neighbor. And love God. That's pretty simple, right? He gave you 2 commandments, and if you can follow that, man, your life would change. But what I'm saying is like, those teachings are further, they can go further than you ever would think. So don't get hung up, you guys. Don't get hung up on people badgering you. You are all wounded warriors at the end of the day, especially the ones of us that they don't want us teaching about this stuff. They don't want us to advance humanity because that doesn't look good for the people who are in charge, or for darker nefarious entities, or whatever is going on, right? Because we all can tell that there's something unexplained, right? There's people doing things on planet Earth that are low vibrational, super low vibrational, and these low vibing entities are in charge. Some of them are in charge, and that's scary. What did I say in this video? Some of these people don't deserve to even be in that position, but they're there. Scary, right? But we're not going to get any better until we start talking about these subjects. And yeah, man, like, I will put out more videos about stuff like this. This is like the first time actually really talking about it. Because, I mean, you guys, like, I didn't believe in this stuff. I really didn't. And even when I thought, like, the spiritual awakening, you guys, I found this. That's why I say every path is different. I found my spiritual awakening in Alcoholics Anonymous, AA. I didn't think that I was going to be a spiritual guy. I didn't think that, like, I was going to start talking about these subjects. I didn't even have this in my headspace, you know, like furthering humanity, or sending the light to people, and just the multiple videos and categories that I have on here. Like, I didn't see this for myself, right? But that's what God will do for you. He'll change your life, and it's not recognizable. And in 1 year, it will even be more unrecognizable. And you guys, all I can say is this: in 16 months, whoo! The work that's been done, I'm in a different place mentally. I'm still struggling, you know, and I do have a lot of issues that come up, you know, validation, acceptance, childhood wounds that still need to be looked at. It's not perfect, even after a year and 4 months, or 4 months. So know that, like, you know, so when you watch a lot of my videos, I know people are like, how did you get all this information? Like, it's a step-by-step process, but a lot of it is just life experience mixed with, like, yeah, like, I am an intelligent human being, but, like, God will bless you with this stuff. I couldn't piece any of it together until I got sober. And a lot of the times we as, you know, humanitarians, activists, light workers, or however you want to call yourself, we actually abuse substances because of the way that we feel. We feel odd and different, and it's because you are. It's simple as that, you know. And you're not alone, though. You're not alone. And when you find your community, you know, I haven't even found my community yet, you guys. So that's the thing. And I know my community will come in sooner or later, but I promise you guys that the path that's paved for you is glorious. Keep going. You're children of God. God loves you. He won't steer you wrong. Follow the guidance that's given. You guys, I think that's where I'm going to end it. I love you guys so much from my heart. Give me 2 thumbs up. Subscribe. Send my video out to other people. There's people who need to hear this stuff. I love you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, peeps.